It is possible to create some beautiful, detailed little birds with coloured pencils, but creating all of that feather texture can feel overwhelming because of how hugely detailed it is. I want to show you today that actually I always use the same process to draw feathers, and it's not as tricky as you might think. Now I will show you my feather technique by drawing this sweet little sparrow. And actually the way that I start feathers is to start by not drawing in any sort of texture. I actually want to begin by just marking in the underlying colours of each section as smoothly as I can. So I want to be looking for the lightest colour that I can see in each area of this sparrow. And I'm starting off by looking at the chest of the sparrow. There's actually, I would say, two main greys on this chest. There's a warmer French grey at the bottom and a much cooler grey towards the top of the chest. So I'm starting off by filling in any of the French grey areas, and as I say, want to put this down as smoothly as possible. I don't want to add the texture until much later on in the drawing. So you'll see as I'm building up this colour with the pencil that I'm working generally in little circular or oval motions to try and make that pencil as smooth as I can. I also want to be pressing as lightly as possible. We're going to need to build a lot of colours and shapes over the top of here. So I'm generally holding the pencil further back than you might expect. I don't want to hold the pencil really close to the tip because although I can still press lightly if I do that, it requires a lot more pencil control. And I'm going to put this colour everywhere that has this kind of grey as that base lightest colour. So over various patches on the face, there's various feathers on the back, around the top of the head and under the beak that all look to me like this same kind of grey. I'm also using this colour on the branch at the bottom. This again I think is the closest match that I have to this branch, and actually just filling in the odd patches with this first colour, it looks a little bit like a bird. Let's move on to that cool grey now, and I want to be lightly putting this colour down everywhere that has the cool grey as the lightest colour. You can see me again holding the pencil quite far back so that I can press nice and lightly and working in those circular motions to make this as smooth as possible. And I'm going to keep working through colours, putting down the lightest colour in each area. So the lightest colour on one area may be much lighter than the lightest colour in another area. For example, there's some very dark feather patches on the top of this bird's head. So I need to be using a slightly darker brown to add in those patches, whereas this colour would be much too dark on other areas of the sparrow. So I want to be blocking in the shapes over the whole of the back here and over the wing, marking in all of the general shapes I can see on this back. And once I've done this, what I then want to do is gradually work from the lightest colours towards the darker colours, still not worrying about building up any kind of texture. So I want to be looking for the next darkest colour on the chest. So the next darkest colour on the chest is a slightly darker cool grey, and I'm marking in anywhere that is this colour or darker. Now I find the easiest way to fill in the more mid-tone colours like I'm doing here is generally to look at the reference photo and kind of squint. It stops you from seeing any of the finer details, but it does mean that I'm able to fill in the patchiness that I can see within these feathers. What I'm doing here I think all looks a little bit random, but I am trying to follow the shapes that I can see in that reference photo. I don't think that I need to get it absolutely perfect, but I do generally want to follow the shapes here if I can. So let's move on to the darkest colour in the next area, and this is a darker French grey now. I'm following a lot of the patchiness that I can see in this area, and I also want to add some of the patchiness that I can see along the back as well. Now I think it's important to note that within this bird, and generally most birds, there are kind of different types of feathers. I would say there are very different feathers on the chest of the bird to those on the wings and even on the top of the head. So the feathers on the wings are in many ways much simpler. They are generally a series of more defined shapes that need blocking in, whereas the feathers on the chest, for example, are much fluffier and need to be drawn much more like fur. So I want to block lock in the shapes that I can see on the back and on the wings. And I'm doing this with a reasonably light colour, which means if I make a mistake, it will be nice and easy to correct because I can just go over the top of it with a darker colour. So I'm still working from the lighter colours towards the darker colours. I'm using a pretty dark brown. It's not the darkest brown in my set, but I'm gradually wanting to be working towards those darker colours and really just getting something down on the paper. Something that marks out the shapes of the bird and gives me something that I can be building the texture onto. So once I've got all of those initial base layers marked in, what I then want to do is start thinking about adding in some of the details. So I'm still using a pretty dark pencil and I want to be adding in some of the details that I can see around the eye. And I also want to be refining some of the details on the back a little bit better. So I want to be looking at all of the different shapes and lines along here, looking at the areas that I've already marked in with those lightest colours and generally building this up gradually. Now I still think that I will need to build this in with a much darker pencil. Generally speaking, this wing along the back does need to be a lot darker than this brown, but I don't want to go straight in with that really dark colour. I want to be adding in these details with a lighter colour first. So once I'm happy that I've got all of the shapes marked in, I've worked from the lighter colours towards the darker colours, I can then start adding in some of the texture, particularly on the chest. So I'm going to work through here with a few colours that actually I've already used. So this is the slightly darker cool grey that I used earlier. I want to be making small little flicking motions over the feathers, particularly in the direction that I can see on the feathers. So I can see little lines and I want to be making light flicks in the direction of those little lines. Now, the most important thing here is to have a nice and sharp pencil. If I don't have a sharp pencil, it's going to create some really thick lines that aren't going to look amazing. Once I built up some of the texture with that darker colour, I can do the same with this lighter grey, still adding light flicks over the paper. And I can do the same with this pencil here, adding some light flicks along the paper around here as well. And I'm just going to work along the whole of the bird, adding these flicks on the paper and subtly adding in some of this texture. And I'm once again going to generally work from the lighter colours towards the darker colours. Now, I do think that it all looks a little bit peculiar. It looks very scratchy at this point, but that's okay. It will all come together a bit later. So let's also use a much darker colour over some of the details on the back. Now that I see that I've got everything in the right place, I feel more confident to go over these areas because I can really see what is going to go where. So what I want to do once I've built up all of that detail is generally brighten everything up and smooth everything out. So I want to be thinking about the most obvious colour that's missing on the bird at any point. So right now I want to add in a brighter red on the back of the bird because some of these feathers are much more red than I have right now. And I want to add a little bit of detail into the top of the head. From here, I want to be focusing on the feathers on the chest. So as I mentioned, I think a lot of these feathers are looking way too scratchy. What I can do is go back over these feathers with circular motions to smooth everything out, but that texture does still show through. So I can use that same cold grey that I've used before to smooth that out. And for every part that I add in, for every area that I adjust, I think it makes the next area that needs adjusting more obvious. So from here I can see that I need to add a lot more of this quite light brown around the edge and generally smooth this out. And then I want to brighten up those red areas a bit more. They're not looking red enough. And maybe even I can add some bright yellow onto the chest. I can see a little bit of this colour, so I am going to add it in. But you can see how I'm using circular motions over all of this texture to generally smooth this out and build up that colour. And I'm going to keep going through this process, generally using circular motions to smooth areas out and gradually build up these feathers more, until by the end of the drawing I have a lovely and detailed looking sparrow. And that is the end of the drawing. Now hopefully you'll see that drawing this sparrow isn't as complicated as maybe you would initially expect. We need to build up the base layer layers, then build up the texture, and then adjust the colors and smooth everything out afterwards. Now, if you want to go through this sparrow with me in a lot more detail, I do have the full tutorial available on my website. In fact, I have not only this sparrow, but loads of different colored pencil drawings covering a whole host of different subject matters. For every tutorial that I create, I include really in-depth instructions, all of the real-time footage, details of all of the materials that I'm using, as well as the specific colors, the sketch outlines, both a light sketch outline so that you can print that directly onto your drawing paper, and a much heavier sketch outline so you can trace, and the reference photo. I have some drawings that are much simpler and more beginner friendly, and I have some much more complicated drawings as well with a real wow factor. Check out the link in the description. Now, my feather method is very similar to my fur method. Drawing fur is also very much a case of building the color up in layers and smoothing out all of the texture. If you want to check out my fur texture where I draw this really sweet little mouse, check out this video here. Happy drawing, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.